Yeah. Hi, I'm normal. Nice to meet you. Definitely not losing it during these tough times. Yeah. This is definitely a normal hairstyle. You definitely would go on a first date and get laid with this hairstyle. It definitely doesn't scream rape or serial killer, and I'm definitely not getting recruited by a clown. My name is Alex Woody. I'm officially a psycho today. Nice to meet you. This is Midnight in the Bay podcast, and it is episode 160. 160, the number I haven't seen on a scale since I was 10. Gonna put on the hat, but just before I go, look at that. Doesn't it look like San Francisco just barely hanging on to the ground there? Love it. Love that I'm losing the hair. Love I could still put a hat on and look like I'm a kid. When I put the hat on, people are like, oh my God, this guy's like 26, 27. You take the hat off and you're like, oh my God, this guy's 40. He's a loser. He might rape chickens. But the hat, oh, this guy's cool. I think he knows about skateboarding, maybe fishing because he has the beard. You take the hat off. Oh my God, this guy knows how to tie up people. He's slit a couple roosters' necks before. This is way better. You know what I mean? I'm just hipper, baby. Look at me. Hey, I'm cool. I hang out with the Duck Dynasty people. I'm cool. Look at I'm like a hippie, but like I'm not. Like I look redneck. You know what I mean? So all the redneck people they're gonna love me. I can't wait. Hey, nice to meet you. I am Boogie Oogie. It's great to be here. I am still alive. May have COVID. Hey, nice to meet you, COVID. Welcome to my house. This is my wife, my kid. Please feel free to infect us. Oh, thank you. Yes, wife has the COVID, and she just got news that she's positive. She was real negative about it, but she's positive. And, I was thinking about if you took out how she got COVID, like if you took it out of context or left out some keywords, it would sound strange. Got COVID from a gay guy in a laboratory. What? Need some more answers, That's exactly how my wife told me when I was sitting on the couch and she said, I might be infected. Was in a hurry. She just showed up. And so she left out a bunch of words because she's like, I just got home. Might have COVID. Got it from a gay guy laboratory. I'm like, whoa. Okay, why wasn't I invited? You know what I mean? I was like kind of upset for a minute. She's like, you're an idiot. Like, this is what happened. Then she broke it down. That's when I went to my phone because, us guys, we never listen. Plus I got the ADD up the old kazoo. So, yeah, so now I gotta get tested. I got tested today. And first time getting tested. And when I walked up, it was big Samoan guy, chicks, what's your name? And I'm like petrified. I'm like, don't fuck me in the ass. And he's taking down my info, and the guy's got a pinky nail out to here. And you know what that means? Cocaine. Anyone with a long pinky nail does cocaine. Well, why else would you have a long pinky nail? All the other nails are fine. Why else? Huh? Do you like a nail up the butt? Maybe that. Okay? But for the most part, it's cocaine. And my whole thing is, am I at the right place? Or is this a drug den? As soon as I saw that, I'm like, well, I know who I'm buying cocaine from after this. Like anytime you're running low on coke, walk around the street with a mask on, look around, and if you see someone with a long pinky nail, that's the guy that asked for the cocaine. Because they got it, all right? There's no doubt about it. It's like, why? Why have the long nail? I was in the place. I'm like, this place, after seeing that nail, this place, it's run by drug dealers. Like what employer looks at that nail and goes, oh, that's completely normal. Like, that's a good fit for around here. Here's my thing. I think the guy, whoever hired him, was like, okay, I know this guy is a nose expert. Let's get him in here for the corona testing, But here's the fucked up thing. I went in for the corona testing. I'm like, this guy's gonna take care of my nose, obviously. He's got the pinky nail. Oh my God. That wasn't Corona. That was just being fat. We go in, sit down. I'm like excited. I'm like, hey, how's Samoan being, And he's like, you don't make sense. And then he gives me the swab. And he goes, you gotta do it yourself. I felt like I just went to an Asian massage parlor and the lady says, take off your clothes. Now massage yourself. Where's the fun with that? You know what I mean? That's not fun. You want to squirt on a 6-year-old old nipples, of a stranger, Like I wanted to feel this pinky nail go up my nose with the Q-tip, but you don't get everything you want in life. Rolling Stones told me that. So I'll tell you about that Corona test. You put it up your nose, and let me tell you, the eyes water. I put it up my nose just to make sure I got everything, and I took it out, and like the tears are coming out, and he called me a pussy. Okay, I'm kidding. He called me a fag. Now I'm quarantined with the family. The goal is not to kill them or to be killed, because I'm really fucking annoying, I don't know how we're gonna handle this. Oh, I know how. Alcohol. Wow, that's good. So, when you're quarantined, you can't go anywhere. I was like pleading with my wife, come on, let me go to the store. No one's gonna get it from me. And she's like, you're the most irresponsible person. I can't believe I had a kid with you. You have to stay here. So we're staying here. And my wife's mom and her aunt have been dropping off stuff on our porch. And the neighbors are probably thinking, like, what service is this? Like, they're just seeing old ladies, like, bringing in boxes. Like, how do I get them to drop off stuff? Like, I want some old ladies to work for me. And, they call this COVID. It should be co-chiv. It should be... I'm retarded. It should be like co-chill. So that's all I'm doing. I'm just laying down, chilling. They're like, you have Corona, you can't go anywhere. We have to give you everything. Don't move. Don't exert yourself. So I'm like, this is like the first time someone has told me, hey, it's okay to lay on the couch all day. You know what I mean? I'm loving this. I'm laying around. Women are bringing me supplies, dropping them off on the door. I'm like, is this how rich people feel? Because I'm digging it. Beverly Hills, here I come, Seaman. Here's the whole thing. When we called my wife's mom and her aunt, they were over the moon that we got coronavirus. They are retired and are bored. We told them we could barely get it out. And they're like, oh my God, can we do anything? We'll help. We'll bring this. We'll set up a tent in the backyard and set up cans so we can talk to each other. I'm like, oh my God. Okay. Note to self, retirement is extremely boring. They're probably like, oh my God, we gotta make sure this daughter of mine, her husband dies. He's a real loser. I'm like, hey, baby. So, I think this whole COVID thing, really, and let's be honest, I think this thing was started from a Make-A-Wish kid. Those kids that are dying of like cancer or just are down on their luck. They don't really have parents and they have a wish that they put in, and it's called the Make-A-Wish Foundation. One of those kids was being a brat and was like, if I'm sick, everyone else has to be sick. And those Make-A-Wish celebrities and everyone has to do something, right? And someone for sure went to a Bed Bath & Beyond, got some COVID, and dropped that in a town square. And now look at us. You know what I mean? So they said Trump failed us not getting ahead of this COVID. Trump should have canceled Make-A-Wish because wishes are killing people. I'm blown away that all Chinese restaurants are closed on Tuesdays. What is that? Is there a discount at the animal shelter? What's long, hard, and a pain in the ass? 2020. I saw a homeless guy try not to touch a door handle leaving a store, not because of afraid of getting COVID, but he was stealing something. Where's the COVID only party, by the way? I'm ready to shake and convulse. I wonder if those are gonna be new dances when it come out. You never see an Asian with a Latina. Latinas are always with a goofy white guy or a cool looking black guy. Think about it. Now that comedy shows are canceled, I've been doing comedy for my son. If you know anything about kids, they love slapstick humor, aka hurt yourself. And let me tell you, they're like, kids are like addicts. When you hurt yourself, they're like, more, do it again, daddy, do it again, daddy. I'm like, something I wish my wife said. I'm going to be in a full body cast by the end of this 10-day quarantine. By the end of this, whenever we're out of lockdown. Thank God for alcohol. You know, they got the statues of these racist people from the Civil War. They're taking them down. Perfect. You know, they need to be replaced. People that gave people an excuse to keep living. Alcohol, weed, pornography. The whole thing with the comedy for the kids, you can't disappoint a kid, right? Especially with my kid, I've disappointed him enough. I gotta be like, hey, comedy. And here's the positive thing too. If I do the comedy right with the kid and get hurt, when comedy opens up, I'll go back with like a limp or deformity, and the bookings, I'll get booked on shows. Hey, be part of our handicap show. Perfect. I need more shows. See, it's all about being positive and come up with a plan, folks. By the way, the devil is real. And it just came out my ass. Oh my God. You do not want to be, it's bad when you don't like your own smell. It's disgusting. Thank God there isn't a live taping going on. You guys would be telling the police that I killed someone. I'd be up for manslaughter right now, looking at a black guy saying, don't fuck me in a 6x11 cell. I mean, it'd be kind of cool to get the teardrop tattoo right here. I've always wanted that, but you gotta kill someone, you know. Speaking of hell, I saw my first vampire tonight. Because who else paints at night? Weirdest fucking thing. I'm driving, hanging out with Mary Jane. Oh shit, I like life now. They should make a statue from the weed guy. And I see this guy painting. No light, no anything. And I'm like, this guy, what is he doing? Unless he was like a peeping Tom pretending to paint, and he's like, got the binoculars, like, she gotta take her shirt off. Just painting here. Crazy, right? Nighttime painting. Does this guy know he's gonna miss a couple spots, right? Unbelievable. You know what? I loved seeing it, because if the guy's not a vampire and he's like just a guy, it made me feel better about myself, because I'm like, you know, I'm really dumb, and that sometimes gets to you. But then seeing that, you're like, you know what, I'm dumb, but hey, life's not that bad. It could be way worse, right? And this guy owns a house. Hey, I'll be owning a house pretty soon, baby. You know, it's all about the positive, right? Hey, if you're positive, you gotta be positive. It's alright, you guys can turn it off. This is retarded. Speaking of hell, I was at my mother's house, and I was hanging out in my old room, and I started thinking about how I always wanted a TV in my room. And when I moved out, my mom put a TV in my room. She said it would have been a distraction. I'm like, oh yeah, the drugs, the partying, the ecstasy, that really wasn't a distraction at all. Like, I went out to prove my mom wrong. You didn't get me a TV, so I'm dropping out of college, I'm getting a drug addiction, and I'm getting a woman pregnant after 5 months of knowing her. Take that, Mom. Because it's all about getting back at your parents. If you Learn anything from life, okay, kids? I was at my mom's before I got COVID, and for my stepdad's birthday, they're probably gonna die. Her big gift to him, an iPhone 6. Sorry, I just went to try to hang myself because I couldn't believe what I just said. iPhone 6. She had a big box. It was a big reveal. I'm like, oh my God, he's gonna get the new iPhone, a new car, whatever. iPhone 6. And my stepdad was, ah. I'm like, wow, I am getting old because my parents are getting to that old level where they're just like 10 years, 15 years back from everyone else. Like, you know you're getting old when you think an iPhone 6 is like a hit. Like, oh my God, I can scroll up with my finger? Like, yeah, like, okay, guy. I couldn't believe they still make those, you know? And my mom was like, I got a really good deal on it. I'm like, I hope. It's a fucking 6. It was made 99 years ago. Verizon people love that joke. By the way, cheers, you SOBs. You made it through Monday. You don't have COVID. And you're still alive. And look, even if you do have COVID, it's not that bad. I'm drinking, I'm taking edibles. I'm waiting for this edible to hit me. You think, hey, by the way, do you think someone's ever taken like 1,000, 100 million gram edible? Like someone that just never came back? Like, where's Billy? Oh, he's right over in the corner. You mean the one staring at the wall? Yeah, he took 100,000 milligram edible back in '88 and he hasn't been the same since. I wonder if they're like that, you know? I wish I got married on an edible. That would have been fun. Heroin, getting married on heroin sucks. You just fall asleep. I don't remember it at all. I told my wife, let's do another wedding. One I can remember. One for the memories. The last one, it must have sucked because I forgot it. She didn't like that comment. You guys are thinking, how is this guy married? He's the ugliest fucking thing in the world. His chin looks like a pussy from the 70s. Let me tell you, my wife's a Christian. She's a saint. And let me tell you, they love taking care of the mentally ill. Thank God, right? If you're mentally ill or you got issues, you look at porn, you like a finger up your butt, find a Christian. I'm telling you, they'll stick with you, they'll work with you. It's like kind of working with a credit program. You know, they look at your stats. Okay, how much can you do a month? We'll deal with that. We just want you to get clear and better. Somehow it's pointed in the right direction. Sometimes, I'm not religious, sometimes I think maybe relatives have swung me, maybe used all their power. God, can I use all my power for this one? He's about to kill himself. And they just swung me into a decent direction because look at, I could have gotten a psycho pregnant, a woman that didn't want to deal with any of my bullshit, but I'm with a great one. You know what I mean? Like, I'm blown away every day. People say, wake up grateful. I just look over, oh my, how? You know what I mean? She's got a nice butt. I'm like, oh my God, I should be with the most disgusting creature. I should be with a creature. I should be fucking something in the cave. Remember Gollum from Lord of the Rings? That's what I should be married to. I hope that wasn't a wish. Don't send me that. You know, but I'm grateful. You guys gotta be grateful, positive, you know. It's easy to be positive when you have COVID. This is the first year my mom didn't ask me to write a list. Maybe because I'm fucking halfway to 40. I'm thinking, though, she's going to, on Christmas, have us come over, get her checkbook out and go, okay, so how much to get rid of you? Like, how, and I have a number, just in case, right, if this happens. Oh my God. And it's $100. People say we're heading towards another ice age, which makes Hispanic people feel very uncomfortable. Astronauts can grow up to 2 inches while in space because there's a lack of pressure. Hey, I bet you my exes would have liked to have that. Fuck, I fucked that joke up. Hey, I bet my exes would have liked to have dated me in space. Would have been a lot more fulfilling. Space, future, past. Remember the voicemail machines? Oh my god. Before we get to the voicemail machines, this episode is brought to you by alcoholism. By the way, hang on. Oh shit, I'm gonna go get another beer. Hang on. I had to sneak by the wife and the kid. The wife's like, you drink too much. So I had to go, "Ew." You know, alcoholism, yeah. Okay, this is how, I'm gonna show you guys something. Audio people, you just have to listen. I have no fingernails. I'm the opposite of that Samoan guy with the pinky nail. So this is how bad it is. I bite my nails. Yes, I'm a kid. You guys know that. Vagina, pussy from the 70s on my face. So I gotta use my teeth. You know anyone that does this? Probably know some kids that do this. I gotta use my teeth to open it. Not because of my fingernails, but because I'm a savage. Oh, I love beer. Guys, if you can't get through the holidays because you're depressed, drink. These motherfuckers need to sponsor me too. Anytime I get passionate, I use motherfucker. I'm like a black guy. Sierra Nevada, hazy IPA. Podcast is brought to you by Silver Tongue Audio. Silver Tongue Audio is a website that has podcasts, free downloads. Okay, maybe you shouldn't drink because there's talking that's not working out here. Free downloadable content at Silver Tongue Audio. Go to silvertongueaudio.org. It's like, how many websites can you go for free where you don't have to sign up for a new bullshit newsletter? I don't give a shit, Margaret, or whatever. There's no sign up. You just go and download, and all my episodes are there. You know, you listen to these episodes, you're like, wow, my life really isn't that bad. I'm not that fat. I'm not that ugly. I have a better job than this guy. Life is good. This guy makes me realize my life is good. Guy, go there then. Download all this shit. Let my words make you feel better about your life. Right there at silvertongueaudio.org. Also, go to, what should I call it? Go to the Silver Tongue. I just forgot. And then go to Dazed and Disturbed. It's another podcast on there. Unbelievable. It's a podcast that shines light on dark subjects with the help of Mary Jane. So it's a little goofy. Also go to Silver Tongue. I almost forgot it. Don't smoke weed before you do a podcast. And type in what other podcasts are free. And it'll tell you. NPC podcast. This podcast, unbelievable. It's the non-player character podcast. It's a video game podcast that has 4 hosts that are in the industry, that know what's going on. They're not just lazy on the couch pretending to have COVID. And they also talk about addiction, something we all know about, right? Right? So go there, Silver Tongue Audio. It's amazing, it's fun, it's interesting, and it's free. That's the best thing about it. Oh my god, that was stinks. Voicemail machines, how great were those? Oh my god. You show up with the fam back from a trip or something, and that's the first thing they check, right? It's always the first thing they check, the voicemail machine. And let me tell you, if it was bad news, you all huddle up around it. Oh my god, what happened? If it was something your dad didn't want you to hear, you'd play a little bit of it, and he would curse at your mom to turn it off, and then say, I'll listen to it later, right? So that was fun. I brought up the voicemail issue. My son, he's like, you're crazy. That's not real. Kids will do that. They'll tempt you into, oh, it's not real, huh? Been on this planet 32 years. He's like, you're lying. Okay, I'll show you lying. And you can't hit him, and I'm not smart with my words, so you know what I do? I race them. Dumb dads, if they don't know how to use their words and stuff, they challenge their kids to a race. And let me tell you, I could still beat my kid in a race. I got chubby, I got the tits, I got the small wiener, big butt, and I challenge him to race, and if I win, he kind of shuts up. So dads out there, if you're not smart like me, go out there on the sidewalk and race your kid. Ready, set, ha, 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 beat you. Now listen to me. I'm telling you, it works every time. Write it in Playboy. You know, it makes sense why I didn't listen to the dad on how to handle female relations. I learned from movies. James Bond movies, which was as bad, probably worse, right? No one wants to date someone who just slaps them or shakes them or coerces them into adult sexuality situations, right? Activities, and I ain't talking about backgammon, baby. James Bond, he never like, hey, you want to go on a date and we'll take it from there. It was always like, your life's in danger. You must fuck me. Let me shake you a bunch of times, slap you, make you wake up. You know, it was always like a bad chick too. It was always like a villain chick who was like confused. Like, I don't know, they had me on heroin. I was gonna kill you. You must suck my dick. Like, oh my God. And as a kid, I'm like taking this, okay. And then you try that on the playground and the principal's coming here, to you. Hey, you can't say that, boyfriends are trying to kill you. It wasn't a pretty sight, It doesn't really work out too well when you're in middle school and you're like, can I suck on your titty? And I'm like, where'd you hear that from? James Bond. You're a moron. Maybe that's why I was in the special needs class. I was always in the class like, I shouldn't be here. I remember one kid, he's throwing pencils. Some kid made a bow and arrow. There's guys wearing helmets, drooling, screaming, mama. And I'm like, why am I that retarded? I think they just didn't know what to do with me. They had that. If you had a little ADD or just issues concentrating in school because you were a kid, but at the same time you're like, this is stupid. Like, why am I doing this? It's almost like a little intelligence too, And, they're like, this guy, he's a prick. We don't know what to do with him. So they put you in these classes with these kids who really need to be in the classes. And you're like, it confuses one, right? I was like, I'm like sucking on my thumb. Like, should I be like retarded? Like, it was so confusing as a kid. Thanks, Mom. But, hey, we got alcohol to cope, right? Oh my God, I'm fired up to be here. Alcohol helps you be fired up. That's a great thing about it. Fired up. By the way, you ever think about that kid in school who taught you how to write hello on the calculator? I'm like, I wonder if that guy's ahead of tech. He's got to be, right? One thing you never see, you always see guys sagging their pants, but you never see a woman sagging her pants. What's the deal, ladies? Like, a lot of our clothing is similar. Why didn't you copy this and that, right? You cut the sleeves off. You don't mind being sleeveless, but you didn't take the saggy pants trend. Kind of a shame, right? Because always when you see a saggy pants in the butt of a dude, you're like, ugh. But gay guys, they gotta love that, right? But as a straight heterosexual guy, I want to see a chick like, oh my God, like a chick that doesn't care that her pants are completely down, her thong, her butt's is out. Like, I mean, that would be pretty cool, right? Am I talking to the masses or what? Let's get it done. Everyone's saying recall Gavin Newsom. Yeah, let's get that motherfucker out there and someone in there that will, spread the news. Women, you can sag your pants too. And we need to get a woman in there to, change things up. Yes, I'm a moron. Thank you for watching. Walked into a bathroom the other day, and there was a chair across from the toilet. I'm like, oh my God, am I gonna be interviewed halfway through my shit? I was actually like really nervous. I made sure the door was locked. I was sitting there, I'm like, I am very bashful on the toilet. I don't want anyone to see me, right? You don't want anyone to see you on the toilet. That's why I'm always amazed that there's guys that hide little cameras in the bathroom. Ooh, I want to watch a girl pee. Ooh, Jesus, man. Just, is a pussy and tit not enough for you? But that's my whole thing. Thank God I got married, right? Because I think these guys, they don't get married. They're like nerdy. They live in a janitor's basement. They're like, they don't know how to talk to women. So like, I know what the best thing to do. Hide cameras in the toilet. Hee hee hee. I'll really get to know them then. Motherfucker, you gotta talk to them, right? You don't just see how they pee and poop and then find them online. Hey, you wanna go on a date? And then they're on a date. Hey, by the way, I like how you pee and poop. What? What the fuck? Like, I'm always in the bathroom and I'm like, is there cameras? My buddy told me this story about a guy we went to high school with. His dad hid cameras in someone's bathroom. He was a plumber. And now I've been petrified, right? Also, I've been on the porn website and there's always weird videos that pop up sometimes. You're just trying to look at some wholesome porn. There's one like, hey, jerking off in public. Girl doesn't know. I'm like, what the fuck? This is the weirdest thing. Which, by the way, I'm happy because Pornhub is getting rid of those weird videos and underage videos. They're doing, you have to verify your age and everything. But here's the thing that I'm disappointed about. They took down all my solo videos. I was starting to build a following. I'm like, hey, comedy doesn't work out. I'll do porn, you know? Kidding. Kidding. I was not on there. I was on OnlyFans, putting a finger up my butt. Saw a car driving fast, and my first thought was, they got a shit. That's the only time I drive fast. I'll swerve around traffic, because here's the thing, if a cop pulls you over, you tell them you got shit, they're gonna understand, you know? Plus, if you're white, they always listen to you. No, I'm telling you, I'm driving, and the seat warmers, they cause poop. Anything that heats up your butt and relaxes you is like, it's gonna cause, hey, you gotta go poo now. Heat seated, I just like had like a mini stroke. I was like, heat. The heated seats, if I can get the words out, don't take edible and drink a bunch of beer before the podcast, or do. This is fun. The heated seats cause diarrhea, okay? And that's why I never do the heated seats anymore. I don't want to have to pull into a parking lot and pull down my pants and scare innocent people while I scream holding on to the car. Someone said no shit Einstein to me the other day, and I was like taking back. I was like, oh my god, this person gave me the nicest compliment. Thank you, bearded man with face tattoos on motorcycle. Thank you. You are just an angel. Guys, that has been the show. A little quick one this week, a little but there's plenty of episodes where that came from. I'm at 160. I want you to go back to 102. I had a great interview with my friend Dave Coker. He's a comedian from Bakersfield. We talk about how his dad could be gay. It's hilarious. Episode 102. You can find it at Silver Tongue or other podcast platforms. You can email me at Midnight in the Bay Podcast. Don't worry. I probably will die, so this podcast will end, and you guys will be done listening to it, because I know you want this to have a finale. So hang on tight. This COVID will kill me. And God bless. Hit me up on Instagram, _AlexWoodyComedy. This is a comedy podcast. I hope you know I wasn't serious about anything. God bless.